Welcome back to more WARNO. Today we have a community game, and this is a new series that I'm trying to start here on the channel. Basically on the Saucy Discord that you can join via the link in the description. There's a lot of really skilled players, and honestly, a lot of them are just much better than me, and they get much more fun matches. So today we have Der Flintelung and Georgi Zukov. You might have seen them in my videos, playing as 5th armor. Both 5th armor actually. We got the 5th Panzergrenadier and the 5th Blindé. So we got the French and the German armor combination here, really interesting combo. And we got the Unternehmen and 35th being played by Born to Poop, Forced to Wipe, and Deus Ex. That kind of reminds me of all PP time. Not all PP time is poo-poo time, but all poo-poo time is PP time. Just remember that. So yeah, I will be doing more of these. Obviously not every video is going to be a community game, but I will supplement the channel and give you guys more entertaining content this way. Because unfortunately, it takes a lot of attempts and, you know, just too many hours to try to get really interesting matches for you guys. And sometimes the community loves to help out and, you know, they get some better games than I do. So it's a win-win situation right here. So we see a lot of interesting starts here. Georgi Zukov on the left is starting with an AMX-10RC push towards the flanks. But unfortunately for him, both of these guys have forward deployment, so that is not going to be, probably not going to be the most effective strategy. And on the left he has a VAP-PC and Alouette, and he also has a couple of Rolands and AMX-13 coming in. And Der Flintelung on the right side, on the other hand, is moving up with the 5th Panzer into this town, and he has a lot of Panzergrenadiers in Martyrs. Really effective. Mainly, you just buy these units for the Martyr 1A3. He also has a Roland 3, and Gepard 1A1, and Georgi has his AMX-13 move from the right side. He also has a command, and there's a lot of AA actually. We have 2 Rolands and 2 AMX-13s from Georgi, and Der Flintelung has a Roland and a Gepard as well. So the AMX-10s do succeed here in blocking this little convoy to get into these buildings, at least delaying it, because getting those AT gems there could have actually done some damage here against some of these units. But look at this, we have a lot of pioneers being moved into the village. We have Desaniki Pomachiki Brikis. These guys have a lot of PKMs in some cases. Which ones have the triple PKM? Okay, it's not these. But there are like Warsaw Pact units with 3 PKMs, and man, they will ruin your day. Now on the left side here, Born to Poop basically moves straight through the village, and noticing that Georgi doesn't really have anything here, he's going to keep going through the village. The VAP-PC is a little bit of a miss-micro that is going to accidentally go to the village here, but luckily he does spot that something is going wrong, and he avoids that town. Now the AMX-10s, really good, but obviously not great against enemy tanks, and we have a T-80B and a T-64BV charging out of the village and just moving forward. And that is being that is going to be very unhealthy for that unit. So left side is really not looking good right now. The only things left are AA units, and that command is spotted by the T-80B and BV, and unfortunately gets doinkaronied. Luckily though, for NATO here, Flinter Chirurg is going at it against Desant Pomachikis, and there we go, these guys have the 3 PKMs, dealing a ton of damage here. There's also an Akula being purchased by Deuce, but somehow it misses a lot of these Vickers while being on a lead, so he was very unlucky there. F4F being called in, but getting immediately destroyed by the 5 Igla teams there. But look at that, the Igla, I mean the Akula is still fine, but he keeps missing every shot. It's kind of amazing to me. And there goes another one. Really unlucky with the Akula there. So left side, not really much happening right now. Born is moving up ahead into the industrial area. And yeah, one tip that I have for everyone that is trying to basically defend the far left is just to go here and maybe go for these buildings and just, you know, just pick them out when they are out in the open. Quite an unfortunate little route that these units are taking. Luckily, the BMP-1 PGs find it more important to go for the empty truck, and that is actually really good ATGM bait there. Was that an ATGM that flew into the water? That's a cool little effect. But yeah, the main fight is still on the right side. Akula is getting hammered by the Gepard and the Roland. That is one expensive loss there. Yeah, this town is not having a good time. Now we do have a lot of infantry still in the town. A lot of Panzergrenadiers and Pioneers with the Handvlampatron. It's basically an RPO unit. It's not really like a flamethrower. It's yeah, it's like an RPO because you only have 4 rounds on that. So the flame units here were initially being sent to the industrial complex. Obviously they got caught out in the open here, and Born is just setting up a nice little line of infantry. Got some Metis teams, we got the NSVs, 2 tanks with ATGMs, and also the BMP-1 PGs had ATGMs as well, so really nice little line of units there. Another helicopter being called in, F4F going for the second Mi-24, but unfortunately, once again, for Flinton, it survives. So the Gepard and AA nicely positioned here. Really nice, nice to see this, and also a lot of supply trucks being rounded up, keeping these guys nicely supplied. The Roland 3 has 12 missiles, so it is really cost-effective AAPs. But you want to combine it with some other things, because after firing 2 missiles, it has a reload time of 20 seconds. So if they use multiple planes, you definitely want to keep some Gepards around, or maybe some Roland 2s, or some Manpads. And yeah, so the Martyrs are being very cost effective here, surviving a lot of hits. The Conquerors does still take shots at them. Let's see if this one is gonna hit. Probably will. Nope, missed again. And that enables Flinton just to cut out, or cut off the entire reinforcement here. A really good game there. Now on the left side, Born is pushing forward. So Sappers, unfortunately, caught in a crossfire here. We do have a nice little flank attack with flamethrower units on the left, or on the right side of it, with AMX-13s. Now AMX-13s, 30-point units, basically no armor, but they do have a nice 20 mil. I prefer the AMX-10s, because they're a bit more beefy. They can actually survive some hits. And over here we have an AMX-30B2 taking shots at the BV, landing a nice hit, but then he gets double tapped by the BV and the T-80B. Very unfortunate there, because those guys are not cheap. They're like 135 points. So the flame units are actually getting in there. Commandos holding out. Let's see if they get a nice little L-rack shot here. Oof, they don't. They get immediately stunned by all that firepower. That is rough. Also, you have the AGS-17s, which is wonderful. Good range on those too, 1400 meters on a grenade launcher. Kinda nuts. Now Commandos, yeah, once again quite expensive, but it did the trick, it held them off. Now over here we have Milan teams being unloaded into this farm and out in the field here, taking some shots at the enemy tanks. Not landing a hit with the first volley. 50% accuracy is not really great, but it does get a nice hit on the BV, putting it down to 1 HP. There we go. Good stuff so far on the left. They're holding. Ooh, Tornado IDS cluster bomber coming in. Did it drop? It did not drop. Very unfortunate. Almost gets taken out. Okay, wow, that was a lucky one. But yeah, now both of these tanks are on 1 HP, so, well, 2 and 1 HP. There's another BV in the back. But it scared them off quite a bit. Let's see what this Milan volley does. Does it get the BMP-1 PG? It does. Very nice. And with that, Georgie kind of stabilizes the situation. 2 more Brennis being called in. A Gazelle Hot moving forward. There is still a Biryusa here, but that is basically the only AA. The Strela is a bit further back. Now is being moved in a little bit. But a really nice little stabilization move here. Oof, nice ATGM hit once again on the BV. These Gazelle Hots are wonderful. 55 points for 4 insane ATGMs. Look at that. Just taps everything. Now the Gazelle Hot over there did try to take out the B, I believe, but unfortunately gets immediately donkified by the Strela. And Georgie tries again with 2 more. MiG-23 being called in. Does not take out the Hot and gets completely annihilated. Look at that. By all of the Roland 3s and AMX-13s. Although Georgie might be lacking units on the front line, like infantry and tanks, he has plenty of AA. Now on the right side, Flameden is still just cleaning up. Sapries are getting neutralized left and right. Really nice little kill box here. Man, that is not a corner you want to be in. Yeah, they're not having a good time. Right side, I would say, is a total loss for Red 4 for the moment. And Deuce could have maybe like pushed here instead. But you know, hindsight is always 20/20. They're doing a really good job so far. A seaplane being called in. Ooh, missing the Biryusa. Very unfortunate there. What is the accuracy on that? 45%? You know what? Fine. That is cool. Good attempt still, though. Taking out that Biryusa is gonna help big time. Now over here, Brennus. Is that gonna eat an ATGM? I hope not for him. Yep, okay. That's a really nice, fortunate miss. And Georgie manages to survive with him. And he's doing a really good thing here. He's basically flanking around. You don't want to take these guys at, you know, at a distance. With all those ATGMs, that's gonna be a rough time. And with that, the entire area is basically secure. There's only a command that is left. Martyrs are hunting for those guys. We have a T-64 BV on the right. Oof, getting hit twice. Ooh, Leopard 185. Wow, get one shot by the Agona. Oh my god. That is insane. Let's see what the ATGM does. First one misses, second one also misses. Man, the BV is doing some good work. That is insane. Let's see what they do now. Also miss. Man, that is rough. Let's see what's going on here. Brannises are moving in. Cleaning up the Wachschützen. We got another ATGM volley going in and... Nope. Oh, there we go. We get another hit. Man, the Milans are just weak. 17 AP doing 1 damage. That is rough, man. Ux Milan firing its last one and finally hitting. Okay, there we go. They finally broke the deadlock there. I do respect mortars. I need to definitely use mortars more often. I feel like especially the 120mm ones are wonderful at just saturating the area and dealing a ton of damage. Now Gazelle Hots once again trying to move in, trying to get like a snipe on one of these tanks. Getting intercepted by the Biryusa. Are we gonna see another seaplane being called in? This will definitely be the right moment. Now speaking of AA, a Buck is being moved in, and an Mi-26. Now speaking of supplies, I see a field depot in the back. Oh, here we go. Oof. Once again missing. Yeah, I see a field depot from Born, but he also has Mi-26s. Now I'm wondering if he also has other types of supplies. Or if this is basically the only type he has, the big trucks. But especially in smaller games, I feel like belt depots are not really worth it, because it's 250 points that you're lacking on the front line. Now, although Born the Poop did a really, really good job of pushing forward with, you know, the amount of points he still had, you know, it's still a bit risky to have a fob early on. Man, Gazelle Hot is just going crazy here, getting some really beautiful hits. Mi-26 getting mortared, so he's bugging out. Nice low ATGM hit, man. The Gazelle Hots have to be one of the best helicopters in the game. Seaplane once again coming in. He's out of anti-radar missiles. The Biryusa does get destroyed by it, so that is actually finally happening. And yeah, as we said, the right side is now completely in the control of NATO. Oof, Brennus getting hit by the Conquerors, but luckily the Brennus returns the favor. And just like that, we have a really nice combined push going on the left side. So Georgie is still getting his Grenadiers up forward to recover the industrial complex. We have a Leopard 2A4 now that is basically blocking some of the main roads that lead into the industrial complex, together with a Lux. Lux firing away at the BMP. Probably one of the best recon vehicles in the game for its price. And also, like, it's just good. It's super fast. You can do basically what the AMX-10 RCs do, but even a little bit better. And look at that, Mi-26 actually comes back. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's not going to have a good time. It might actually be the case that Bourne only has like some of the big trucks and then only Mi-26s. Here we go, Buck is fully resupplied already. But that is very risky, 140 point supply unit. That's not something I would do comfortably. Let's see what these mortars are firing on. Okay, on top of the T-64 blob. I want to see what kind of damage they do. Yeah, those Saparies are not going to have a good time. Nice little combined push from Flinton, Shudurk, and Georgie. Let's see what these mortars do. There's no traces on them. This is a replay file, so it could be that they're kind of just bugged out with special effects and stuff. Oh, that is not too bad. It's doing a little bit of, you know, induces a panic. Get some nice little stun. So actually not too bad. Gepard finishing off the Akula. Very nice units to have. Just wonderful. And the Mi-26 got doinked by, I think, Leopard 2A4. Or it could have been the Lux, for all we know. Ooh, let's see. I want to see some tank action here. 2A4 versus T-80s. I wouldn't want to be up against this guy. Now, VAP T-20s are moving forward. Really good autocannon units as well. Unfortunately, they're all kind of glass cannons. So I really love the AMX-10. They have a bit more armor. And sometimes they like survive an ATGM hit or, you know, a light tank hit from a large distance. Commandos moving up. Grenadier Voltigades moving up as well with the L-Racks. Commandos, probably one of my favorite infantry units to use. 2 M249s and also the SIG 543. 8 of them. Man, that is just wonderful. Just wonderful weaponry. Elite training. Shock. Just the best of the best, really. We got some nice little hits on the tanks here. There's one T-80 left, but he is completely out. 1 HP on that guy. Metis teams, you don't really need to be worried about it. If you have something with this much front armor, just keep firing at them. They're gonna do 1 HP damage at most. Yeah, look at that. You'll probably finish them off before they even get like 2 hits. Ooh, the Tampellas do get countered by the D30s. I definitely like howitzers more than mortars. Oh, SU-22 coming in, getting a beautiful hit. Okay. That is quite an accurate anti-tank weapon. 50% on that, but he gets immediately destroyed. But I would say that's a good trade. I would call that a good trade. Now on the left, I'm not quite sure why there's a supply heli moving up. But maybe he's trying to save this Alouette, who is now out of supplies. So he might be trying to do like a cool little rescue operation there. Seaplane flying over, firing its anti-radar missile, but not getting any kills based on the feed over there. And he's just wasting all the enemy's missiles, so that is actually not that bad. Yeah, that was good. That's a good seed run right there. I would call that a good seed run. Now there's about 22 minutes left on the clock. Red 4 is still ahead with 748 points. So although Georgie and Flinton did a really good comeback there, they still need to, you know, get 848 points to get a victory out of that. So let's see how that does. Another seed missile being fired at the Buck. Ooh, missing it. But it stuns it quite a bit, and thus it is not able to really get good hits after. So, you know what? That is a semi-successful seed run. I wouldn't be mad with that one. That Buck is out of commission for some time. Now Commandos moving forward. That's 4 M249s and an ANF1. Don't even know what this weapon is. And we got 2 of those guys just laying down some fire here. VAP T-20s laying down some autocannon fire. We have 2 Pioneers standing by in Fuchs Milans. But speaking of ATGMs, there is quite a lot of tanks here that are moving up with infantry as well that all carry anti-tank weapons. So that could still be quite a nasty fight over there. Ooh, man, that was a lucky little miss. They got right in the... They just moved into the perfect corner for cover. Beautiful. Ren is getting missed as well. A lot of these guys are stunned. Here we go, we got a Leopard 2A4 moving in. Now the T80Bs and T64BVs have really good AT gems, so that is basically the weapon they need to engage with. If they're in cannon range, they're only gonna do 1 HP damage at this distance. Yeah, look at that. So the BV can really just hang in there and just keep plowing. Now unfortunately though, it misses a lot of shots, so I actually take those words back. And he's now starting to, you know, get a little bit damaged. Everything is hitting somehow. Oh no, he's on 1 HP there. That's not good. And he's dead. Okay. Man, these were all rookie training units too. That is what amazes me there. Now the enemy fob did get destroyed. So that was a really good play. What destroyed it? Oh yeah, the AMX AUF-1s destroyed it. So really good, but unfortunately for Born, that might have been his only way to resupply his units. I'm not quite sure if he has any other kind of supply trucks there. Man, look at the amount of NATO units being pushed in. We got Panzer and Martyrs hanging out. On the right side, we do see a renewed attempt from Deuce to push into the town. Really wouldn't just recommend this. Yeah, that is just going to waste away on the right side for sure. This is going to be your make or break. If you're up ahead by that many points, and there's about 20 minutes left, if you notice you can't push him out of the other zone, you just have to fully focus on defending. That is all you gotta do. Just keep putting down units in the zones you do control and just defend the rest. Oh, double Buratino. Oh god. I wonder how that's gonna go. Now we still have plenty of time here to see what the enemy is gonna do, or how what the red team is gonna do. Cluster strike coming in. Missing most of the shots actually. That's very unfortunate. Got a Mars strike on the town. Really good position to rocket, because that kind of both removes the buildings, but also, you know, just the infantry itself. But it kind of removes like the first defensive line of a town like that, and that basically means you can have a nice little line of sight with your tanks, and also your infantry will have a better way of shooting down towards the enemy. If you can't take it, burn it to the ground. Still a good little build up here. A lot of APT-20s being called in with Grenadiers. We have Flamethrowers, Leopard 1A5s, Martyr 1A2s, just Fuchs Milans, everything being called in. That is going to be absolutely crazy. And just like that, I do want to give a big shout out once again to all the patrons. I'm drinking coffee right now, thanks all of you. So I appreciate you. Or Mi-26. Is that from... Wow, they both have Mi-26s just all over the place. Man, that is expensive. I think they're... Yeah, these guys are definitely a team. Their playstyle is really familiar, or similar. Now we have Mark 17 laser guided bomb for 410 points. Super expensive. Just not worth it. Really not worth it. For that price, no. That's 410 points. That is 2 ticks of points, guys. Laser guided bombs that are that expensive, just nope. That's a big nope for me. Now the Alouette that is still behind enemy lines, just hovering above, you know, the treetops here, is seeing a lot of good things. Buratino is spotted. I'm not quite sure why these guys are far back there, but they are now getting RD'd by the AMX. So unless Born and Poop moves him up, he's gonna have a bad time. Now the Gvostikas are engaging the mortars, so we got a nice little counter battery going on left and right. And the push for the zone is happening. Well, at this point, Deuce does leave, for some reason, on the right side. That is unfortunate. Could have been a... They could have done some more damage here. And we have Georgie pushing up into the zone. The MI8 with the Gatling guns, one of my favorite units as well. Does a huge amount of damage. It's basically a laser beam. And just ruins the enemy's time there. Now Buratino does get hit in the back. I wonder if that's going to actually get destroyed by it. Mirage being called in, taking out the MI8. And we just have a big ol' infantry push going on here. Look at that. Oof, man, I love these critical hits that tanks have. That is such a wonderful thing that Eugen added in this game, and that they took from Steel Division. Because like getting detracked was already kind of a thing in the game, but engine being destroyed, crew getting, you know, just bailing out, fuel explosion, ammo explosion, that kind of stuff, like the chance of getting instant hits or instant crits, so good. So good. So really beautiful push here. With the help of all these mortars smoking off the entire place. I need to definitely update all my battle groups and add some mortars. I've been using them in the past a lot, but then I kind of switched over to howitzers because I can move them better. They have a pretty good fire rate, but sometimes you just want to blanket the entire place. So with the French, I like to use the not the Tampellas, but the 82mm ones. Yeah, not these guys. The 81 mils. I think you have also a vehicle version of this. And those are the ones I prefer. Now, really nice for of Born to stay in the game and just battling it out against these two gentlemen on the Discord. Really nice push from both of them. I think Deuce was a little bit target fixated. You should have just set up a nice little defensive position. I mean, again, hindsight is 20/20, guys, so don't take me too serious on this. But if you notice you can't take the zone, might as well just help out your teammate and try to, you know, at least secure the other point, because they were ahead quite a bit. But now NATO is a +4, and Georgie keeps pushing on the left. Flinton is combining with him on the right side. And we have multiple commands in here as well, which is really, really smart to do. Buratino's being pushed forward. And I do want to see what's going to happen with those. That is going to be insane. Now the range of those guys, what is the range of them? 3,500. Yeah, that's good. Really nice little push from the community here. 2A3s. Such good tanks. 270 points, 19 AP, 9 rounds per minute, 19 front armor, 9 side armor. Everything is just 9. Oh, here we go. Buratinos are getting ready now. It's firing at a place where there really isn't too much. It might get a command, though. How expensive are they again? 380 points. Yeah. Compare it to how expensive the Mark 27 Lays Got the Bombs units are. Those Mark 27s are overpriced. Or Lays Got the Bombs need a buff. Now, yeah, the special effects here don't work because it's one of the, you know, a pre-patch game that the community members submitted into the Discord. So it's not showing the special effects. But that Buratino didn't really do too much, did it? Kind of just fired exactly where there's nothing. And the second one is opening up exactly where there is stuff. So I'm hoping for Born that he does some damage. Yeah, Born the Poop is getting pushed out of the entire zone. I'm seeing still a lot of movement here. We got a triple stack of T-64 BVs coming in, one of them being a command unit. But the Dragon, or the Grenadiers with the L-Racks, man, they will tear those guys apart. Oh, here we go. Oof, nice little Buratino strike. Yep, that'll do it. Double Buratino. That is disastrous. Oh my god. Almost losing one of the Buratinos to Artie. That was some nasty explosions back there. Now they're still +4. Red team is still ahead by 200 points. 204, 200, exactly 200 points. You need a 100-point difference to win, and with only 11 minutes, it's gonna be rough for Red team to come back. One thing you can do if you're also in this situation, guys, is if you can't take the zone, to smoke off a corner of it and just plop it, you just push a tank command in there, just to at least, you know, win some time. Which is actually a really good strategy that a lot of people do employ. These guys are fallen back. I'm not quite sure what he's going to plan to do next. AI is taking over on the right side here, obviously, but not really pushing up too much. Good little resupply mission going on here. Gwostika's firing right on top of him. Oof, man, that is a nasty artillery strike right there. Supply trucks are getting hammered. Oh god, that is not good. I think he was trying to get the command, which people usually put in here. But luckily for NATO, there's a VAT PC right there. Oh, here we go. I think he was waiting for the infantry. So we got BMP2s coming in with Desanikis. T64 BV is getting shreked by the LRAX. Really accurate too. I mean, 50% is actually really good. Together with their training, actually kind of nuts. 10 minutes left. Points are almost equal, just like that. Some AI Iglas are moving into the heat of battle. Getting absolutely Shrekaronied by all of the minimes. Quite a bad time for him. I just want to see what the artillery does. Okay, it's firing on the infantry there. Yeah, the Buratinos not having that fob to resupply at are now basically useless. It's a big risk to get a fob, but if you do get a fob, protect your flanks, because, you know, if you lose that, that's all of your supplies gone. Just like that. So we got an Mi-24 VP pushing in. There is some AA, but it's kind of in the back, and this is something that I also forget when I do a push. I kind of forget about my AA, which is really not good. Kind of one of my weak points here. If I do a push, my AA is always a bit further back than I would like it to be, and that's just not good for your health. Su-22 rocket version of it being pushed in. Getting a nice little kill here with the twin 30s. Really cost-effective plane, 135 points. Man, you can destroy an Apache with that, no problem. Those are definitely good heli killers. Ooh, Mirage being called in, let's go. Nice little dogfight. Never mind. Oh, we actually have an attack happening on the right side here. So Flinton moving up instead of just chilling. I mean, you can attack these zones for sure, because usually, I mean, the AI is also not doing it, but usually you have a lot of positions on the right side that you can take advantage of, such as these houses here. There's nice little compounds, a couple of houses here, and if you control some of these, you can do some damage. Putting ATGMs there and like recon and stuff. That's a really strong point to take. And then there's also some houses here that you could try to push up to. And this is something I want to try to do. Have my teammates protect both flanks, and I just fully send it to this zone here with airborne troops and try to capture it. That could be a really fun mission to do. Ooh. Did the seaplane get anything? Oh, an Afghansi. Are the Afghansis radar? I don't think the Afghansis are radar. Biryusas are, right? Yeah. Good use of seaplanes. I like it. Now we got a last ditch effort here. Bornepoop moving in a lot of Motostrelakis and T-64s. Finally deciding to cap a corner, which is exactly what you want to do. Mi-2 flying over to try to spot that command. Man, he is nicely hidden over there. AMX-13s have such a cool sound to them. I like them. Yeah, that PC is gonna move anyways. Look at that push, man. That is absolutely insane. That's kind of nuts. That is a lot of action. Now the command is not in the zone yet. Oh, the command is dead. Never mind. That's what happened. Command tank is down. I think that was this guy. But still a really good push. I mean, George's units are quite depleted here. There's another T-64 BVK command being pushed in. There's about 5 minutes left on the clock though. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the teammate on the right side left. Because he could have definitely done some damage. Like, just keep harassing over here, because now it's basically 1 versus 2. Because that teammate is just out of the equation. And AI, unfortunately, is a bit too passive in this game. Especially if you push hard, the AI just goes fully defense mode. And, you know, isn't able to push up and do anything like that. So Gazelle Hots still one-tapping units with their amazing Hot 2 ATGMs. If it hits this one, I'm just deleting the channel. There you go. So yeah, all in all, really good gameplay. Definitely need to give the 5th Armored, 5th Panzer Grenadier a shot. And kind of play it the way Flintenschütterich is playing it, which is more infantry focused. Because man, with those Martyrs, he did some damage. Especially together with Pioneers and Panzer Grenadiers. You get Roland 3s, you get Gepards, you get pretty much everything. Leopard 2A4s. Such a wonderful battle group. But I am more like infantry focused. And I always kind of feel like I need 10-man squads. Otherwise I just feel too weak. But it's just something I need to get used to. Ooh, did the Buck actually destroy one? Oh yeah, it did. Oh, it's a Strela. So, a fresh push from Georgie. He still has Grenadier Voltigate with the PLAS launcher. Such a good unit to have. Amazing anti-tank weapons. And in Vabs, that's only 75 points to call in, and as soon as those guys are... If you put them in like other trucks that you can sell, 55 points for that kind of infantry is insane. But let's see how they do against 3 tanks. I hope they unload in time. Come on, Georgie, unload. Unload your units, Georgie. Come on, Georgie. There you go. Well, they are in RPG range. Let's see how they do. That's 1 tank dead. That was quick. I'm not quite sure what hit that. Oh, here we go. PLASs. Yep, there you go. They're just so good, man. Oh, it might have been the AMX-30s. Another good hit. Routing it, putting it down to like 3 HP, and another one just takes it out. A BVK shows up. No problem whatsoever. BMP gets destroyed. One of them gets stunned. But now these guys are almost out of ammo, actually. There's still 1 squad with 3 rockets, but there's 4 AMX-30s coming in. There we go, aiming up. Putting it down to 1 HP, just like that. And he's dead. So good. So good. The French 5th is just one of my favorites. Such a wonderful battle group. Especially in 1v1s, you kind of just have everything. The only thing you lack is super heavy tanks. You have good planes, good AA, good artillery, good infantry. Also attack helicopters you lack. But you know. Nice little cleanup here on the left. And that is basically a game there. Really good match. Also really good game from the opponent's point of view. Flintenschütterich did really well. Man, 11,000 kills. Amazing. Georgie with the least losses. Really good game as well from him. Good attempt by the opponents. Born did a really good push on the left side. Deuce did his best. But he was just up against a really good player with a really good battle group. So yeah, just the GG's all around. Definitely enjoyed watching this and casting it for you guys. So a good little match there. Look at that, Field Depot being taken out. I think that hurt him quite a bit as well. Otherwise those Buratinos could have fired 24/7. And yeah. So if you enjoyed this, And if you want to see more community games on the channel, please do let me know. If you don't, also let me know. If you only want to see me play games or cast games that I played, just let me know down in the comment section, because then I'll adhere to whatever you want me to do, and so that you guys are happy about it. And with that said, I'll see you guys back in the next one. Take care.